Hi everybody, this is Kim coming back with another episode of SMILF, episode number 7. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, click the thumbs up button. Let's keep going. Okay, this episode starts off with Bridget trying to potty train Larry. Larry ain't having it. She's trying to convince him, okay, let me sit on your toilet and then you sit on mine. Larry is like, nope, ain't gonna happen. Now it goes to Ralphie. And remember from last episode, Ralphie was high and he ended up going to Bridget's apartment. Well, actually, she's staying with Elise. And Elise is waiting on Ralphie to wake up. And he's like, what you doing here? She was like, this is my house. And she like, what you doing here? And he said the place had locked him out. So he ended up coming there. But before he say that, he have a flashback of everything he did the night before, popping the pills, the minister kissing him. He's thinking about all these different things that he did the night before. So she like, is that a puppy? Even though the puppy is cute and everything, you need to get it out of here because her sister is basically will flip. So he gets up out the bed and the first thing he noticed is the pills is laying on the floor. So he grabbed the pills, put it in his pocket. Now Bridget is at Tutu's house. She's trying to find a babysitter because this is her day off work. She goes up to Tutu's room and Tutu's all tucked under the covers and, kind of sleep. And she say, Tutu, are you going to watch Larry? You promised, I just want to zone out on my day off. I haven't had a day off in forever. So, Tutu is basically telling her, no, no, I don't want to. I don't want to watch Larry. And she's just, keep on pushing her and telling her, come on, you promised, trying to guilt her into doing it. And Tutu just flip and say, no, I said no, get out the room, and she said, is it because of Edmund? And she don't say anything. She is really, really depressed behind this whole situation. So Bridget accept no, goes back downstairs and tell Larry, okay, it's just me and you today. And then she turned around and she asks Joe, is Tutu okay? And Joe said, yeah, all right, yeah, she's fine, basically, the moods. So Bridget leaves and now she's trying to find a parking spot and she circles the block a couple of times, no spot. She ended up parking in a no parking zone. Just like it'll be fine. And then she park all crazy. She all on the curb and everything. So she leaves the car there. So now Tutu is giving Joe a bath. And as she's washing him up, she just started reminiscing about her and Edmund. And all of a sudden she just kind of stopped and just, now she's kind of in like a daze. 1 minute she was into giving him a bath and the next minute she was just not really herself. Walk out. Joe is like, are we done? But she walk out, grab her purse, and now she's walking out the door. Now it's back on Bridget, and Bridget is actually taking Larry to the park. And it seemed like she just cannot get it together today. She forgot something. She forgot to close the bottle or the cup, the sippy cup in her purse. Now it done leaked everywhere. Larry's taking off in the park and today it seems like she just can't get it together. And there's a lady sitting on the bench and she just said it don't hurt just to ask for a little help. Yeah, Bridget is at the park with Larry and Elise called and she said, Bridget says, are you at the movies without me? And she said, yeah, because you bailed on me. So now Bridget is like, she's like, I'm bored. So she decided to go to the movie. She said, I'm going to go to the movie since it's Larry's nap time. Now it's back on Tutu and it looks like she's at a beach or something. But they looking at the water and everything. She's sitting next to this little girl and her grandfather or either her father. Tutu ain't finna kill herself at this doggone, in this water. And then she put some rocks in her pocket. But she's walking inside the water, so I don't know. Now Bridget is at the show. She pulls up directly in front of the theater. Now come on. You cannot park directly front door service. And come on now, really. So she runs into the show, knocks some lady down, and now she telling Larry, you know, when we get in the show, you gotta go to sleep. This is your nap time. You gotta go to sleep. So some old man gonna tell Bridget, you know, he shouldn't be in this show. This is a rated R show. You know, he shouldn't be in here.
Who the hell is he to tell her what the hell she's supposed to do with her child? If she want to bring her child in a rated R movie, oh well. It's her baby. You know, people be killing me with that. But that could be a whole nother video.
Tutu is at the bank, and she's getting ready to withdraw all her money. She's twirling her hair, and like, you know, is it a problem? You know, I just came in to get my money. I gave the Taylor my ID and everything, and you know, this lady is like, you know, I just have to make sure everything is okay because your clothes is wet and you're a little distressed. I'm just trying to make sure. Then Tutu tells this lady, you know, my boyfriend Edmund, he got a boat. He's so silly. He said, you know, let's just jump in. And she says, because it's so hot, let's just jump on in. It's not hot. The other people was just talking about when she was at the beach, the other people was just saying to her, oh, it is so cold. They was sitting on the bench drinking cocoa or drinking something hot, you know, and then after that, the lady say, okay, you want them small bills or big bills? And Tutu say, all big, because her and Edmund is going to celebrate tonight. This whole Edmund has set Tutu back. Bridget had to take Larry to the bathroom, and when she comes back, she tell Elise, you know, we gotta go. I gotta go because he used the bathroom through his Pampers, so, and I don't have any extras, so I gotta go. So Elise say, okay, well, this movie sucks anyway, so let's go. They gets outside, Bridget car has been towed. Now they gotta go to the impound place, the tow yard, to get her car. Now they on the bus. Bridget is like, you know, Larry seems so out of it. You know, did you see any? She started asking Larry questions, and every question she asked him, he say yes. So now she asks Larry, what's wrong with you? And he was like, I'm hungry. And Bridget is like, oh shit. You know, I didn't feed him. Only thing he had was Reese's. I haven't fed him breakfast or lunch. You know, and again, she says she's such a bad mother. Now, Tutu is at the mall, and she's shopping. Right now, she getting a makeover. She on this shopping trip, and she is thinking Edmund told her to spend all his money. Edmund don't like me with makeup, but I'm going to surprise him tonight. She's at this jewelry counter getting a bracelet or something, and he told me to spoil myself, so yeah, why don't you go ahead and wrap that up? You know, she done bought her a whole little outfit. She look good. Real good. She happy. She done spent some money. So now Bridget and Elise finally make it to some restaurant so Larry could eat. And she said, you know, see, you let Larry make too many decisions for you. And Bridget is like, just because he's little don't mean he don't have an opinion. And she asked Larry, you got opinions, right? Larry was like, yeah, I got minions. So cute. So now Elise thinks she could potty train him. She like, you know, I could do it. I could potty train him. I'm going to show you I could do it. Larry ain't having it. He is not trying to be potty trained. He's no, arms crossed and everything. No, I'm not doing it. So now that they done fed Larry, now they got to make it to the tow yard. And Bridget think it's a good idea to get a ride from some weird-looking guy, some stranger. And at least like, I'm like, I don't hitchhike. But they all in the car looking crazy. With the last of the money that Tutu have, she finna play some scratch-offs. She's done threw all the money out the envelope and said, you know, however many I could get, that's how many I want. I'm feeling lucky. She drop a quarter on the floor and she tell her lady and she like, I'm not getting it. And walk out the store and now she at home looking depressed, scratching scratch-offs. They make it to the tow yard and it's closed. So now they fussing a little bit and Elise like, you know, why didn't you check the hours before we came over here? You know, and she was like, I didn't even think to, you know, to check in or whatever. And while they standing there fussing, you know, Larry slides through the fence and now he's in the tow yard. So now they got to try to get in there to get him out. Bridget is trying to squeeze through the same opening that Larry went through. As Bridget was trying to get through the fence, her hair got snagged on the fence. So she took some compact out and cut her hair so she could get in there. So now they in there. They finally catch up with Larry. And while they standing there, they fussing. She talking about she's a bad mother. Her kid keeps trying to run away from her and everything. And then as they're talking or fussing, they look back and Larry is on some random toilet using the bathroom. And so they super happy and jumping and stuff. Tutu is still laying in the bed trying to see if she want anything on these scratch offs. And she heard Joe come up the steps and she like, Joe, how you get up here? And he was like, I had to come up here. You won a cruiser, some riverboat cruise. And she like, I can't believe you came up here. And he's saying, yeah, I had to come up here because I had to see your beautiful face. You know, when I tell you that you won this trip, this cruise, I had to come up here. So Bridget finally finds her car and they trying to get out of this tow yard. And as they're driving, they get back to the same fence that they went through to get in. So now she's like, Dad, you know, how we gonna get out? So some lady come up and say, you know, can I help you? She's speaking Spanish or whatever. And she said, can I help you? And, you know, Bridget basically say hi and they start speaking and stuff. And the girl, she repeat the same thing the lady said to her in the park. Sometimes you can ask for help. And she repeat that to the girl, and the girl kind of shake her head or whatever. And then she was like, you know, my sister's a lesbian, you know, too. And she tell Elise, Bridget tell Elise, oh, she think we're a couple, you know. And they just kind of laugh it off or whatever. And she was like, you know, I don't want to tell my man, the lady, say, I don't want to tell my manager because he'll be mad that I brought my daughter, you know, with me. And she was like, this is between us. And Bridget repeated, like, yeah, this is between us. So she opens the gate and Bridget and Elise leave. So Bridget and Elise think they Thelma and Louise. So she tried to take off and realize that the car is still in park. So she gets the car out of park and they leave off and they drive and they're like, you know, this was actually a good day, a fun day or whatever. So basically that's how that episode ends. This episode was just okay. It was just, I don't know, this is the second episode that I really didn't like. I didn't like the one where it seemed like it was Groundhog's Day, you know, with the Run Lola Run. I think that was episode 4. No, episode 5, I believe. Yeah, episode 5. I really didn't like episode 5, and I really don't like this episode. But hopefully the next episode will be better. We'll see. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up the video. Let's have a discussion about this episode in the comments. All right, see y'all in the next one. Peace.